Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you could tell by today's video, I'm going to be talking about how my life has been so far since I moved to this country. And I know what you're saying, like, why did you move here? Like, what in the right mind made you decide to move here? And that's kind of like a different story that I would be more than glad to share with you. You just gotta let me know. Because I believe only very few, limited, like a handful amount of people know as to why I moved here in the first place. So let's get started. Well, I moved here July 10th of 2016. I was 17 at the time and it was a very depressive time for me. Why? Because I moved here. I wasn't connected with the culture here. I didn't know anyone here. I lived my whole entire life in the United States. I was lost here. I felt so out of place. I felt like I did not belong. I hated my senior year. Yes, I did a lot. Like, honestly, worst year ever. Horrible year for me because one, first time studying in Spanish. Two, first time studying out of the United States. Three, I lost my father. Very sad. I had to deal with really irritating authorities in that school. I only like 2 teachers in that school, I'm not gonna lie. The only thing that I'm glad about is like I just said, like the people that I met there, wonderful, love them all to death. Like, I met one of my greatest friends due to that school, and it really did help me. It helped me toughen up for college, although college is so much better than senior year, gotta say. But it really did help me, and plus I learned Spanish in that school. Like, I learned it in a month in February 2017 because I was so dedicated into graduating, to passing nationals, and to get into college. Let me tell y'all about what the nationals are, because that is what really got me, over the edge of things. So when I moved here, I did not know what the nationals were. I just knew that I had to go to schools that were accredited in the United States. So, if I ever decide to move to the United States, because I am American, I lived my whole life there, may possibly go back there one day, I had to be sure that it was valid. So I'm not like 35 taking a high school thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. So what are the nationals? Apparently these 4 exams of 4 main topics you have to take, which is math, science, literature. What's the other one? History? I don't know. I had to deal with this land. Anywho, someone explained it to me. They were like, oh yeah, to be able to go into college, you need to make sure you pass all these exams. Apparently before it was that you had to take it to be able to pass high school and go into college. They switched it to just going to college. So I was just like, you mean to tell me that one of the reasons why I moved to this country is to study college, but that may not happen because I need to pass all these exams? Oh. Okay, so what happened? I was really stressed out that whole entire year. That is why I love all of those classmates that I had during that time, because they were my biggest support system. Without them, I honestly don't know what I would have done that year because oh my goodness, without those 10 people that were in the classroom with me every single day until graduation, I don't know what I would have done. Because they were there supporting me, helping me, giving me all the help in the world. And I was, oh my God, those 10 people are honestly the greatest blessing that has happened to me since I moved to this country. Especially one of my greatest friends that I have from there. Oh my gosh, if it wasn't for her, boy. Even till this day, she is my greatest support system. Like, I love this girl to death. Like, you have no idea. And for those 10 people, I was able to make it. I know they didn't take the exam for me. I did that. So that was the best feeling in the world. Like, I had their support. Like, they were helping me. One of them continued to study. I did it, and I felt great. Because you know what sucks is that throughout the whole entire year that I was preparing myself for that exam, I had people saying, oh, you're going to fail those exams. You don't even know the language. What makes you think that you're going to be able to do it? What makes you think you're going to go into college? What makes you think, like, you're not going to be able to? Like, I had all this negative vibes coming to me. So what? I was depressed. I was sad. I was like, oh shoot, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? So I did think about moving back to the United States. I really did. I was about to leave the second semester. But I was like, shoot, let me just stay here for the adventure, right? So I was like, you know what, whatever. So I kept giving my all. I tried my very best so I could do the nationals. And guess what? Your girl passed. Your girl's in college. So that just proves that you can do anything if you set your mind into it. Because I remember the day that I took those exams. And it's hilarious because I believe the first exam was Spanish. A lot of reading involved. I don't know how to read. So I remember where they placed me as well. I was all the way in the corner next to the wall where the windows are. And then I remember I was filled with so much anxiety. I was like, so this is the exam. So this is the exam that everyone was telling me that I'm gonna fail, that I'm not gonna make it. Okay, so I'm here. Here's the exam in front of me. I'm about to take it. Oh gosh, what am I gonna do? So I'm over here basically having like a little panic attack all by myself over there in the corner. And I remember my eyes were very teary. I looked to the side and I saw one of my classmates and she was like, don't worry, girl. You got this. Believe in yourself. Just calm down. I know you got this. And I'm like, shit. So I'm over here like trying to calm myself down. And I looked again and I saw another one of my classmates. She's like, shh, just relax. You worked hard for this. I know you're going to make it. And then I would look back and then every time I would see a classmate, they'd be like, I know this is a difficult time for you, but you gotta believe in yourself. I believe in you. I'm like, okay, I got it. And that is why I love them and I will always keep them in my heart. That's how it was like for, you know, basically the first 9 months, I guess. How long was the school year? 9 months? Basically, that's how my life has been for the first year of me being here, correct? Didn't move to this country without knowing Spanish. Logic, right? Like, yeah, that makes sense. Move to a country that speaks Spanish without knowing the language, cat. You're doing good. The thing is that people think I don't know Spanish, which I do now. Like a sufficient amount. I can defend... No, I can't defend myself. It's a process. It's a really big process. So what makes me laugh is a lot of people think I don't know Spanish. And it is hilarious because if I go out in public, apparently you can spot that I'm not from here like a mile away. I don't know how. Okay, maybe I do know how, but you know. So one time I was at the store, and for those that don't know, I am a professional makeup artist. So I have to sometimes, you know, go out to stores, get some items that I need to restock in or whatever, and, you know, do that. Do what a makeup artist does. Restock. So I'm at the store, and I'm, like, over here, like, I had, like, a few things. I'm like, okay, I need this, I need this, I need that, blah, blah. And then there's these two women, like, on the side of me, right? They're doing theirs, I'm doing mine. And then this woman had the audacity to just pick up an item that I had in my hand, turn around, show it to the woman, and was like, oh yeah, I need one of these, and then put it back in my hand. And I was just looking at her like, you did not just, oh, like the nerve that some of y'all have here. Oh, shoot. And then this girl that was with her, she was like, doesn't understand what you're saying. Maybe she thinks like you're out here trying to do something, whatever. So I'm just there listening to them talk about me, you know, and how I don't understand them. And then this one girl's like, oh yeah, I know she doesn't understand me, whatever, this poor gringo, whatever. And I'm just like, no te preocupes, mi amor, que yo sí te entiendo. We're just like, so she does speak Spanish. And they just looked at each other and then just scurried on away. I don't know where they went. Like, they just left. That's not the first time, and that's not the last time that has happened to me in the store. Like, literally, every time I would go to a store, they would be beyond shook that I would understand what they're saying. I went, like, around, like, to this one store. We were talking to my mother in English. And then I remember, like, this one guy, he turns around, he's just like, foreigners! And I'm like, sí. And then I started having a conversation with him in Spanish. He's like, habla en español. I'm like, sí, yo hablo español. They're like, oh my god. I'm like, it is not something out of this world. Come on now. Like, seriously, y'all be taking it to the next level. And I thought I was dramatic and extra. Apparently not. So, and the thing is, I'm like not used to like how things work around here. Like when people say hi to others, they like do the whole entire kiss on the cheek thing. When people started doing that to me here, I was just like, what are you doing? Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Because I don't like that. I'm used to back home where we're just like, hey, yo, bro, what's good? That's what I'm used to. I'm not used to the whole entire, hola, mi amor, and I'm like, ew. Or the whole entire hugging thing. Like, I don't hug people. I didn't hug people back home unless you were like a really good friend of mine. Over here, people like to be all touchy, lovey. And I'm just like, I'm not used to this. So people were just like, ay, sí, tú eres sí tan, you know, so people would just start talking all that crap, like, oh, you really are this, and this, and that, because you don't want to be out here hugging or greeting people. I'm just like, son, I wasn't raised like this. I don't do that. That's you, not me. So I'll be getting called obnoxious all the time. And apparently here, every time you go to a store or to a room where there's other people, you be like, "Ay, saludos," or like, "Buen dia," or whatever. I walk in the room, I don't say anything. I just go in there and do what I came to do. And then people are like, "You really are obnoxious because when you enter a room, you're supposed to say hi. Like, that's proper manners." And I'm just like, back home, you go into a room and you say hi to everyone. People are gonna think you're crazy. I don't do that here. But apparently, if you don't do that here, people are going to think you are obnoxious. So I was like, you know what, whatever. It did bother me for like the first few months because I was like, bro, I'm not doing anything. Like, who would I just be? After that, I started not caring. I was just like, I'm going to do whatever I want. I'll say hi to you if I feel like it. If I don't feel like it, sue me. People here, they say something, when you're about to eat, they say something like, buen provecho. I don't know, it's something like that, right? And people will think I'm obnoxious. People say buen provecho, like gracias igual, or like gracias or whatever. I don't say thank you. Oh wow, I really do sound like I'm obnoxious, not gonna lie. I don't say thank you because I'm just like, okay. Like, I'll just eat my food, I'm like, okay, thanks. Because I'm just like, what? Because I'm just not used to how things are here. I'm still not used to how things are here. If you come to me with a one-time kissing on the cheek thing, I'm gonna be like, If you come to me and you start saying buen provecho, I'm probably not going to say thank you. If you come to, I'm just not used to how things work around here. Don't get me wrong, I'm trying to learn a little bit so I would seem a little less obnoxious, but quite frankly, I just don't care what your opinion is of me. About the whole entire, I'm not used to things here, since I'm not from this land. People here that meet other people that are not from this land, example Americans or, you know, whatever, people that are not from here. They think we out here balling, my guy. They think we're out here balling. Like, we're over here living in rich houses. We're over here, like, you know, wearing Gucci, Chanel, Prada, like, all that rich stuff. Like, we're out here vacationing to Punta Cana and doing all this grand stuff. No, we are not. And what I've noticed is, apart from, like, other Americans that I know and other Dominicans that are, like, from here, like, pure, you know, you're from here and everything, is that us Americans are struggling more than y'all Dominicans. I've noticed, like, there are some Dominicans here that have never taken a concho. What is a concho? We're gonna get into that later because that's a topic that's really fun. A concho is a public car, right? So, I know people here that have never taken a concho in their life, and they're pure Dominican, like, they are from here. And there's Americans that, like, that's the only way that they can count on their transportation is by a public car. We struggle just like any of us. I started college. I didn't know this because I'm pretty oblivious to some things, that a lot of people hated us Americans because, you know, we think that we're better than them. Oh, like, we're like rich gringos or whatever. There's some Americans that, you know, skip a meal, or like the only way of transportation is a public car, when there's some people here that have the latest car. Just people living our day-to-day lives like all of y'all. Speaking of which, let's talk about the public cars. What are conchos? Oh my god, I hate those things so much. So much. But yes, I have been in them. For people that are wondering, they're like, because I know every time someone's like, oh, let's go and take a public car, I'm like, no, I don't touch them. No. It's because those things are horrible, okay? Oh my god. I have been in them a few times. Worst experience of my life. Oh my gosh. So there's these public cars, right? I swear. That's what has me scared driving around here, because I have been trying to practice driving around here to get used to, you know, how things work here, how the streets are, because driving here is so different from driving back home. Like, back home, you could go around cruising, you don't have to worry anything. About here, you have to worry about those public cars, you have to worry about those motorcycles, you have to worry about, like, all of your surroundings. Something I was not used to. And plus, a bunch of potholes, which is horrible. So, these public cars, boy, they could fit up to 10 people in there. I don't know how. I think they can fit up even more. I remember one time my mom was driving me to college, right? And there was this public car in front of us. And my mother and I, we were just like, son, because there was the driver and then like 3 people in the passenger seat. And then we started counting. We're just like, how many people are in that car? And we would just did a whole entire like guessing game. We're just like, I think 7. She's like, no, I think 5. I'm like, dude, there's another head over there. Like, there's a bunch of people in one single car. It's absurd. So one question that I get asked a lot is, so are you gonna move back to the United States? No, I am not going to go back to the United States. The reason why is because I came here for a few reasons. Don't get me wrong, I can go back to the United States if I want to. I just don't see the reason as to why. Because living here in this country is honestly so much better than living in the United States. It's pretty fun here, and plus, you know, I don't know. I really like it here. I like the people that I've met. I like the college that I'm attending to a lot. I like the people that have entered my life a whole lot. And I just see that living here is kind of like a really great chapter in the whole entire story of my life. I'm just gonna go out and head to wherever life takes me and hope for the best, you know? Because shoot, if I can make it here and I'm toughening up a little bit, then I feel like I can go anywhere. I can go to Spain, I can go to China, I can go to Japan, I could go to Taiwan if I want to. I'm just going to where life wants to take me. I don't know if this video made any sense. I don't know if you like this video or not, because to me it kind of seemed a little boring. That's because my life's... I'm really sorry, but if you thought this was gonna be a really interesting video, you my friend, were wrong, because my life's not that interesting. Anywho, if you do kind of like this video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I will see you on my next video. Bye!